be in the garden, be in nature. I trust you're well, I certainly am. My name's Tossie and I'm in my garden. I was minding my own business when I came across this. This is a sunchoke, also known as Jerusalem artichokes, I believe, sunchoke. And I have a raised bed, one of many in the garden, and I intentionally planted these out in one of the beds. That's this one here to the left, and they are growing back. These are fantastic because they grow back year after year. They are perennial, but they're also edible. These tubers can be used like potatoes, but in addition to being used as you would a potato, these can actually be eaten raw as well, maybe grated into salads. Now, this video comes with a warning. Whilst these are delicious, they're fantastic because they're perennials, I'm warning you now that they grow and grow and grow. You can't get rid of them once you've had them in your garden. So be mindful if you do choose to grow these. I intentionally want to grow them because actually their flowers are similar to that of sunflowers, so they're very beautiful also. But my intention was always to keep them contained in this raised bed. As you can see, these are the new shoots growing. Come to find that they have migrated into this bed here. So I've just spent much of maybe half an hour or so trying to dig these out. And once a little bit snaps, it will regrow. So it's very much a flower, a plant that wants to survive. If you have difficulty in finding plants that survive in your garden, then maybe you might be bold. Let's have a look, let's talk to you. If you find it difficult to grow plants in your garden, then maybe you might be as bold as to plant some of these, because you get this sunflower type plant, late summer, early autumn, I'd say. And then, as I said, the tuber part is edible. But as I said, be warned that this will keep replanting itself. Perhaps it's the squirrels as well. Maybe they dig them up and replant them. But once you have one of these plants in your garden, they're very hard to control. So for me, having dug as many of these out of the bed that I didn't want them in, that was this one here, I'm going to replant these. Something's telling me I should put them in a container, but I'm going to be bold enough to put them into the ground at the back of the garden and just leave them to do what they need to do. So Jerusalem artichokes or sunchokes, that's what I'm going to be doing. So follow me, see what I get up to. Thank you. So these are them. This is how many I've managed to get out of that particular bed. And to be honest, I could harvest them now and create a dinner or put them towards a dinner with these tubers that have been removed. However, I'm going to replant these at the back of my garden and allow them to do their own thing. Here's one that's split, and they're very much potato-like plants. And every little bit of this will regrow. That little bit that might be left in the bed will grow back into a plant. So they're very invasive. They are incredibly invasive, but I kind of don't mind. Growing edibles is kind of important these days. It's organic. There's no pesticides, herbicides. It's not genetically modified. And it's always a good idea, in my opinion, to see if you can grow some of your own foods. So I'm going to plant these now at the back of my garden. Okay, so these plants need little to no attention at all. I've just found a little patch And it might be a temporary place that I'm going to be putting them, possibly. You know me, I'm always moving things around. But I'm just going to remove some of the dried wood, leaves. I've got a raspberry plant growing here somewhere. I need placing. I've got some mint growing back here as well, and mint as well can be quite invasive if you're not mindful where you plant it. But I'm happy to allow that to happen back here. Okay, so here's a small patch. Here they are. I'm going to scatter them in this area here. I'm just going to dig it loosely a little bit and then plant these in and then recover the patch and just leave them to their own devices. These are fuss-free plants. They really need no attention at all. There's a lot of tree bark here from where the trees were cut down. I'm not turning the soil over, I'm digging and loosening it up without actually turning it over. I'm not fussing over these plants at all. I'm quite literally just digging a shallow hole, placing them sideways however they land and covering them up because they're surplus to requirements. However, I'm okay with them growing in this place here. Once covered up, they will absolutely make their way through the soil and produce many tubers that can be consumed at the end of the summer. If you're worried that it might take over a large area of your garden, then consider planting these out in pots to restrict their spread. But that's it. I've popped them in, covered the tubers, and in no time I will have new growth. Going to water them in now. Job done. So there we have a really simple, straightforward project, a bonus project if you like. Dug up some sunchokes that were in the wrong position, repositioned them. They are an edible tuber, and that's it. A really short video, but thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are able to do something in your garden today. And if you don't have a garden, maybe on a windowsill or a balcony, or perhaps get out into nature somewhere and just see what you're able to see growing in nature. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on my next video. Take care. Bye.